All right, so let's see, in this case we've got a 360 video. Now the resolution is a little bit low because of the network, but you could use very high resolution videos.
It's a 360 video on YouTube, all right?
Yes.
Okay.
This video is on YouTube, but you don't have to use YouTube.
Okay,
you can use AWS, your own web server, Microsoft, whatever you want to use.
Okay.
So you can see, we could track the playback location, and then if we click on a specific location, so if we want to go to this intersection right here, we could click on that and go right to it. So you can see there's that intersection. And then we could also use these features to progress along at, in this case, a 30-meter interval, so we could move forward or backwards. And then in addition to that, for the increment functionality and the seek functionality, you can see there's seek offset. Okay. So if we want to seek to a feature, and I'll show you how that works. So we can select a feature like this, and then the video will go right to that feature, and you can see it's looking at the building that I selected. Now, in some cases, you may not want to go right to the feature, but you might want to go a little bit behind it. A good example is like road defects. When you have potholes, if you go right to it, you're going to be on top of it. So you could go in here and put in a seek offset, and I'll say 15 meters. So we'll do 15 meters here. Now, if we select the building, so I'll select this building here, and when we go to that building, you could see, actually I did 15 meters past. Let me fix that. So we'll do negative 15 meters. So now, again, now we'll seek to this building again, and you can see now we're about 15 meters before the building. So if that were a pothole, you could make sure it's in front of the vehicle. And this also works with when you have a table. So if you wanted to select, I don't know where some of these buildings are, so it may be far away. I don't know where, but even selecting in the table will take us to those buildings. So if you have a list of things you want to look at, you could go from one to the next to the next.
But it works as a standalone app.
Yes. Huh? So it's an experience builder widget.
Okay.
So you can put it in your applications. There's a geoprocessing toolbox as well to create the polylines from the GPS data. And then the geometry is stored as an ordinary polyline feature class with the video times stored in the M value. So that's how it correlates the video time to the to the map. Okay.
If I had a irregular velocity in the car, but I can synchronize some points along the path.
I'll show you. Here. So in this case, I just spun that around. But let me find. Go to the start of this video here. So, in this case, we have, we'll do very irregular speeds. So you see we're traveling along this one. And if I go to about here, about there, you can see we will, pretty shortly, we will come up to a stoplight. So you'll be able to see that even when we approach a stoplight, you can see that it'll still approach that, or it'll still it'll adjust with the speed. In fact, if we change the speed of the video to half speed, quarter speed, 2x speed, the location will still track properly.
What do I need to build this application?
So-
Video, times.
So the video, the GPS data associated with the video, and then typically the widget itself, and then a geoprocessing toolbox. to process.
And about the direction of the view or not. The 360 camera records that
Yes.
kind of.
Well, so the 360 the 360 camera doesn't record that information internally. So, but what we do is we have settings within the widget to control that information. So I'll show you that in. This one here. So you can see in the settings, we have a lot of different settings. So you see relative camera rotation. So if I turn my camera, so it's going to direct the video according to your trajectory. But maybe your camera isn't straight, maybe you put it on backwards or sideways. I'll give you a good example. When we drive at highway speeds, if we put our camera straight, we get bugs on the lenses. So we turn it sideways, and then we use these settings. This setting will tell the camera or tell the software which direction it's facing, and this one will tell it how to rotate it when it starts. So I could say the camera is facing 90 degrees left, but I want you to rotate that back to face forward. So you could do, we accounted for a lot of this. And all of these can be set either globally via attribute. So you could see if I go into here, I could set it static via attribute or via expression. So I could basically connect that to the feature to say this video was 90 degrees left, but this one was backwards and this one was straight. And there's a variety of settings in there. So you can see in this case, we have the video URL. If I click the right button here. So the video URL, you can see this is pointing at YouTube. But again, it could be Vimeo. Yes.
What about the up and down view of the camera? Can we control that kind of data?
Yes. So if you look here, well, let me go into. So,
Okay.
yeah. Yes.
Can I deploy that kind of view with a scene view, with a scene viewer in 3D?
We
or
don't
not yet?
have support for a scene view yet, but we're working on that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're working on that. We're also working on some other features. So features that will allow you to bookmark a specific view. So if you have something in the map and you in the video and you say, I want to see that thing.
Yes,
We're adding features to allow you to bookmark that. So you could send somebody a link to the map and it'll look right at that. So we're constantly adding new features like that. And we take a lot of feedback from our users. So if you have a feature that you think would be very useful after you're using it, you suggest it to us. And we quite often try to implement that
Through video.com, maybe? Or what your address
so
or URL?
Either by email or whatever. So we're working on building out a means of submitting that information, submitting a request. So we'll have that up in the near future. But if nothing else, we work very closely with our clients. We help with the installation. We provide how-tos and a lot of other things and a lot of hands-on support to get you work.